So, from the Riga ghetto, how long were you in the Riga ghetto? Nobody know.
I don't know. We were like animals. We lived like animals. We had no newspapers. What did we know anything?
Okay.
But after from the ghetto, they took me to a concentration camp.
Which one?
The name was Kaiserwald.
King's Walk.
Huh?
King's Walk. Kaiserwald.
Kaiserwald
Yeah.
was the name.
Okay. So, in the ghetto, you slept in like taken over houses, right?
Huh?
And then in Kaiserwald, you slept in like bunks.
Bunk beds, yeah.
And you had to wear stripes.
Yeah.
What else?
They were hurting people. Then we heard there was a rabbi, and they took the rabbi's head, put it in the toilet. You know, in the toilet, they ducked his head in the toilet and flushed till he died. And killed him like that. Terrible things. Then the last camp I was, they counted us every day too. They counted us. You know, so we had to stay there outside. You know. And then one morning, they counted us, and there was one girl missing. One girl missing. And that girl was cleaning that help Nazis where his place, you know, where he lived. And she was a very, very pretty girl, so pretty. And I guess he had, you know, they could do that what they wanted with you know. With that.
Yeah.
So she must have known what will gonna happen to us. She must have heard it or heard them talking about. So she was missing. She ran away in the woods. There were woods. She ran away, was hiding in the woods. And they knew what she was missing. They knew her.
So they found her?
Then we had to stay outside in the cold for the longest time. Oh my God, it was bitter frozen cold. And then they looked for her, and they found her.
Yeah.
So she came back, and they didn't do nothing to her because he probably, you know, loved her. I mean, not loved her. She was pretty and he used her.
Yeah.
So they didn't do nothing to her. If it would have been somebody else, she would have been shot.
Yeah.
And if they wouldn't have found her, we all would have been shot to death, all of us.
Yeah.
And then we had to walk. Oh my God, all day. And then it got nighttime. And then we had to stay in some place. And the next day we had to keep on walking. And the snow, oh my God. And it was so cold, you know, you breathe for nose. We had icicles hanging here down. It was so cold. that they call it the Death March. Did you hear of that? No,
Vaguely.
Death March.
When was that?
That was,
That was the end?
to the end.
The end?
The Death March. And we kept walking and walking. You know, the Nazis in front of you, on the back of you, on sides, on this side. You know, you couldn't escape. We were walking. Some people couldn't walk anymore. And they had a wagon with them, and then they put the people on the wagon and to kill them and put them on the wagon. And some from us, they had to pull the wagon. Can you imagine not to eat, nothing, not a little water, nothing. And I couldn't walk anymore. Oh my God, my legs wouldn't go anymore. I couldn't walk anymore. And there were two girls. They took me by the arm, the other one, and they pushed me with them, pushed me with them. I couldn't walk anymore. Now, until today, I still feel it in my legs sometimes.
Yeah.
Today. Muscles, I don't know. Couldn't walk. Otherwise, they would have shot me and would have put me on the wagon.
Yeah.
And then we kept on walking. And it got already dark. All of a sudden, nobody walks. We're standing there. We're standing there. We didn't know why. What's happening? What's happening? And the Nazis, they disappeared. I didn't know they disappeared. You know, we were a lot of people, big, long, lot of people. We didn't know what happened. And what happened? The Russian, there was in Poland, and the Russian, soldiers, they came quicker than the German thought they would come fight, you know. And they came so quicker. On the Nazis, they got probably order
To flee.
to hide. Then they would have gotten shot. So they all of a sudden they disappeared. So that's why they left us standing on where we were on the street. We were all by ourselves. But we didn't know it, you know. We didn't know what happened. We didn't know it. Why they let us. They had to run away for their life.
Yeah.
So when did you realize that they were not there?
Yeah, then all of a sudden, one told the other, they're not there, they're not there. They're gone. Oh my God, oh my God.
So what did you do?
I don't know, we were standing there. I didn't know. Didn't know. Then everybody found out what happened. I don't know where everybody went. I don't even know. I was together with 3 other girls, or 4, I don't remember. All I know, we ended up, they said there's a house, there were Germans lived there Germans, and they left too. They left. They were afraid they would get captured from the Russians. They left too. So the house was empty, so we went to their house. Others went to other houses, or some Polish people took some in, I don't know.
Oh.
So we were in that house. and then they had some animals. They had some pigs. There were, place where the pigs were, and there were some big things that they had put potatoes in, cooked potatoes for the pigs to eat. So there were still some potatoes there. Oh, so we ate the potatoes where the pigs ate from. And then we were so scared they would come back. The Nazis would come back. We were scared to death. So we took our strafling clothing off, and we found some clothing there, and some in where the pigs were. They had farms. So they had clothing there for working. We took that clothing and put it on us. We were so scared. Next day, I looked through the window. Oh my God. And I could look in the yard, and I saw a soldier, a Russian soldier. He had a gun, and he was holding the gun. And he came through the yard, and he walked through the yard and he made like this, ready to shoot. They thought maybe they heard that there were Germans and Nazis, So like he walked like this. I seen that. I got so scared. It was, and also we were lucky. If he would have came in and would have seen us, he wouldn't have known where we were. He would have shot us probably. But then he heard from a neighbor, Polish, they talked Polish, and Russian they understand. They were told that what happened, that us were around, we escaped from the Nazis now, so that was good for us, otherwise he would have shot us too.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So we were staying there a few days, and then the Russian soldiers, they came in to the houses and stood there, and I don't know what they did. And we couldn't stay there anymore because they were after the girls. We couldn't stay there anymore.
Who was after the girls?
The soldiers, the Russian soldiers.
The Russian soldiers?
Yes, like the girl, they, you know what they did.
Yeah.
So we couldn't stay there anymore.
So where did you go?
No, we were afraid, So we left. We keep on walking and walking and walking. And on the road we saw dead soldiers laying on the side, on the streets. Now they were fighting with the Germans. Yeah, dead soldiers we saw laying there. And then we came, then it got night time. So what we're gonna do, we knocked on somebody's door and told them if they would let us stay overnight. They let us stay in the barn. We were happy about, It was nighttime. We stood in the barn.
1 minute.